I'm JD Frost, and welcome to the Accountability Show. Thank you so much for tuning into this show. If you're listening on the podcast, we have all these episodes on our podcast. Please go and write a review for the podcast, the Daily Ledger podcast that's on iTunes, Spotify, anywhere you can find the podcast. Please check out the Daily Ledger. You can listen to this while you're driving down the road on the way to vacation to the beach with your family, like I'm going to be doing today. But anyways, on this episode of the Accountability Show, we are discussing financing packages and financing packages for banks in particular, but also for possible lenders or investors in your business. I've come across so many small business owners that are always looking for cash in their business. They're looking for cash infusions, and cash is the fuel for your business. And so in order to be able to get these investors, to get these additional loans, to get this additional financing, we're talking about mastering the art of bank financing. And the inspiration for these episodes is from Mastering the Rockefeller Habits. And in chapter 13, the title of that chapter is Mastering the Art of Bank Financing. And there is a number of different items that you need to be keeping in mind. One of my favorite ones is in 2 episodes ago, we were talking about the 3 Ps. The 3 Ps are presentation. Oh my gosh, I'm going to have to look back at my notes. Preparation, presentation, and persistence. Preparation, presentation, and persistence. The 3rd P, being the most important in my opinion, is persistence. When you're looking for money in your business, you got to be persistent. You cannot give up. If your idea is as good as you think that it is, and it is proven that it has worked before, you just need persistence in order to get money so that you can go do that idea over and over and over again for other people and help more people. You've got to be passionate about that idea, and I think that passion will bring persistence to your plan. So typically in these episodes, we're talking about the what, the why, the how of the particular subject that we are talking about. In this one, we are just going through that chapter and notes that I took from this chapter in the book, Mastering the Rockefeller Habits. So we're just going to continue on with how we need to put this together and the key things that we need to keep in mind when we're putting together a financing package. So loan officers will be impressed if you have a strategic plan in your financing package. A strategic plan is something that you have actually put thought to. You didn't just say, hey, I need $10,000. Like, how are you going to pay that $10,000 back? How are you going to earn the $10,000 in order to pay it back? Those are the kinds of things that the bankers will be impressed with if you have that laid out in this package. So most of the time, you want to be a future-focused company. You want to be focused on the future and what is going to happen and be able to show that, because you don't have any company history, which what stinks about banks is that they are always focused on about what you have proven that you can do, and they will only loan based off of what you can prove you have done in the past. If you think that you are going to have great cash flow in the future, the banks really don't care about that. They don't care. And that stinks for business owners, for entrepreneurs, because we are all future focused, and banks are going to be focused on the past and what you can prove that you can do, and how you are going to be able to pay back that loan. And so what's interesting is you got entrepreneurs that are future focused, bankers that are focused on the past. So how in the world do you ever get financing in your business? You've got to be able to show what you can do, what you have done in the past, and then where you are going. So future-focused companies. So most of the bankers and private investors, you're going to have a lot better time, and possible equity owners, future equity investors in your business, they're going to be a little bit more future-focused. They're going to see what the possibilities are. But they're going to see mainly that you're a visionary if you put together a strategic plan and this financing package. They're going to understand that you have a mission, you have a vision for your company, and you want to execute that vision. You just have to lay it out for them on paper. Remember, if you don't write it down, it doesn't exist. If you write it down, it's amazing. When you write it down on a piece of paper and you show it to somebody, or you have a graph that shows your numbers over the last 7 years and you show it to somebody, it becomes a lot more believable than if I told you, well, our revenue went from $1 million to $2.3 million to $3.4 million to $4.6 million to $5.8 million. Great. But show me on paper. It's crazy. Whenever you put something down on paper, it starts to exist and is real. That's why I say to accomplish anything, you must write down something. To accomplish anything, you must write down something. If you haven't accomplished anything, write it down and then put it where you see it, and you will accomplish it. Like doing the laundry, making your bed, mundane tasks that you keep skipping. So one of those mundane tasks in bank financing, in the art of bank financing, is writing down what has happened, writing down an executive summary, writing down what your company has done. And there's a specific order that you need to write this stuff down. So in your loan package, you want to write down how you understand what your future is in your business. What does the future look like for your business? Describe where you have come from. Describe where you have come from. Describe where you are, where you are going, and what are your potential strategies to get there. And then the final thing is how you deal with adversity. What's your plan B? How are you going to deal with if plan A doesn't work? What is going to be your strategy to combat that? So what's really good about this exercise, and even if you don't need money for your business, the best thing is going through this exercise. It gets you focused on the important things in your business. It gets you focused on the areas in which you have the most success. And when you go through this yourself, what you'll find, and this has happened to me in my business over the last few months, because of COVID-19 and the coronavirus, we've had become extremely focused on what we do best and forget about the rest. So when you put together these packages, and this is what happened to me when I was doing it, I'm going, wow, we are really good at tax planning. We are really good at the jump method. We know exactly how to execute it, and we get results. We need to be focused on that and building that team and marketing that service. We don't need to think about anything else. I don't need to think about gross receipts tax returns or PPTs or sales tax returns. Yes, that helps you as the client, but that's not what we do best. We need to give that to somebody else who does that best. And that's exactly what we're doing. So when you go through this, when you understand your future and describe your future, you describe where you came from, where you are, where you're going, potential strategies, how to deal with adversity during those times, that's going to get you extremely focused on your business, which when you get focused on your business, that's when money starts to flow to you. When you get focused on your business, that's when money starts to flow to you, no matter what. What's that thing that we said, where attention goes, energy flows? Where was that from? Kevin Hart. Man, you got to read that book. So this vision will be shown through that summary that you'll be putting in your financing package. So remember, the most important thing is that you have a package that has sizzle to it. Sizzle sells, graphs, charts, research. The package has got to include these things, and we're going to talk about this in the next episode. Executive summary, industry info, company info, management, organization, and ownership, financial information, the purpose of the loan request, and exhibits to show that. And at the end of the day, you want to be able to show how this business is going to increase earnings and profits over time. So those sections of the financing package is what we're going to be going over in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching this one. Like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel, please. Tell your friends about the channel. Share it on Instagram. Share it on Facebook. I want you to share this with so many people so they're able to learn what you're learning on these episodes as well. And tune into the podcast every now and again. I'm JD Frost. Thank you so much for watching the Accountability Show, and we'll see you on the next episode.